Hey guys, so first of all, I'm just going to apologize if you hear weird like engine revving noises. My neighbors have a jet boat next door and they've been kind of playing around with it, but I wanted to film my thoughts about being a slow loser. So if you are curious what I mean by that, I consider myself to be a slow loser since having my gastric sleeve surgery. So as of the day that I'm filming this, it is September 7th. I had my gastric sleeve surgery June 24th of 2024. So tomorrow is Sunday. On Monday, I will be 11 weeks post-op gastric sleeve. So you can do the math if you want to know exactly how many days, whatever. But Monday, like I said, will be my 11-week post-op mark. I have lost 35 pounds since having my gastric sleeve surgery and about 115 pounds from my highest weight. So I consider myself to be a slow loser. Some people might not consider that to be a slow loser because I have heard of people who are like 5 months post-op, 6 months post-op, who have only lost like 50 pounds since having surgery. I am extremely proud of myself for the progress that I have made so far. I am fitting in much smaller clothes. I went from, well, I will say from my highest weight, I was wearing a size 28 in jeans, and I am currently fitting into some 14s and also some 12s. Well, I wear size 14, but I'm also able to fit into some size 12 jeans, and I just ordered some size 10 jeans because I know that pretty soon I'm going to be transitioning down to those as long as my weight loss keeps on track. I have noticed that like the food noise and everything really screws with me, and I have really been trying to work on my water intake because I feel like I've been definitely slacking in that area. And all of those things like not meeting your water goals, not meeting your protein goals, they can definitely impact the amount of weight that you lose. And so I'm trying to be really careful. I'm trying to be very mindful of the amounts that I am consuming, and also focusing, like I said, more on my protein intake as well as my hydration fluids, which is my water. Technically, I'm still at the point where they do count protein shakes as hydration fluid. Pretty soon, I'm sure that they will start to count those as separate things. I haven't really been counting them together anymore because I am, aware that they will be counting them as separate things soon. So I do have like my huge water bottle here, which is like 64 ounces, I think that one is. But anyways, I am frustrated because I don't know, like I think that people have unrealistic expectations of how quickly you're going to lose weight following surgery. I am constantly in a battle with myself and with my mind, particularly because, like I said, I feel like I am a slow loser, which means that you're losing weight more slowly than people typically do. But I've had people tell me that I am on track with how much weight I should be losing based on the weight that I started at prior to surgery. For those of you who are unaware, when I had my initial consultation with the bariatric surgeon, I was weighing in at around 264 pounds. The day of my surgery, I weighed 231. As of today, I weigh 197. So I am fighting with 197. I've been at 197 all this past week, but I also haven't been as active because of everything going on with my health right now. I have been kind of taking it easy and not really pushing myself. I did get on the exercise bike yesterday, and I probably will again today, but I have been taking it more easy, just to kind of try to get myself back to a normal place health-wise. So, your activity levels definitely can affect everything as well, because once you start getting down into the lower weight categories, you have to be more active. You have to do things more actively in order to continue losing weight. And I have not been sticking to my strength training goals that the exercise physiologist kind of wrote up for me, because he wrote a whole plan for strength training like 3 times a week or something like that. And I haven't been sticking to those either. One, initially was because I felt like I didn't really have enough time. And two was now that I am at home, I haven't really been feeling well because of my liver enzymes being elevated again. So I've been dealing with that. And I just need to stop making excuses, and I need to focus on what I need to focus on so that I can reach the goals that I have set for myself. So I think it's important to know that if you feel like you're losing weight slowly, or you feel like you're not doing something, go back to the basics, follow the guidelines and the dietary recommendations that were given to you by your dietitian, by your exercise physiologist, by your surgeon's office. You have to follow what they tell you. There's a reason why they're telling you to do things a certain way, and they know best. They experience this with multiple patients every year, so you have to keep that in mind. I find it frustrating because, like I said, I feel like I went into this surgery with an unrealistic expectation of how much weight I would lose, how quickly. So obviously June to September does not seem like a long time, but it seems like a long time when you're going through it. So like right now, like I know mentally, I know that it has not been a long time since I had my surgery. However, I also mentally am irritated that I haven't lost more weight at this point, even though like when I'm looking at the numbers, I know like when in my life have I been able to lose this much weight in that short period of time? Because my initial consultation with the surgeon's office was in May of 2024, and I had my surgery at the end of June. So from May to September is really not an extravagant amount of time. It's really not that long of a period of time if you really think about it. And to have gone from 264 to 197, that's a pretty good amount of weight. And like I have to keep reminding myself of that on a very, very consistent basis, that like you are making progress, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I just need to remind myself to keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that there have been a few times where I have eaten a little bit more than I probably should have. I have tested my limits with a few things, and I'm not proud of myself for that, but I feel like everybody goes through that when they're on this process or going through this process. And it is definitely a learning experience. Yesterday, I probably could have made myself a smaller salad to have. If you watched that video that I filmed, I made my first salad ever since having gastric sleeve surgery, and I followed the dietitian's recommendations, but I probably could have made a smaller salad than what I had. It did not give me any issues, but I probably could have made a smaller salad and either not had my nighttime snack or had a smaller nighttime snack, because normally right around 7, I'm having a nighttime snack just to keep me more regulated blood sugar wise as I'm going through the night. And so it is kind of frustrating because I do have blood sugar issues. I have been dealing with hypoglycemia at night, and it's very, very frustrating trying to get all of that taken care of. Like right now, even during the daytime, right now, my blood sugar is 134, and that's because I just ate. I just had some soup, tomato basil soup, because it is cold outside today. It's only like 40 degrees. So it is not the nicest outside, hence why I'm wearing a hoodie. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I am frustrated with being a slow loser, or what I'm calling a slow loser. Like I said, other people have told me that I'm right on track with where I should be. I'm just very frustrated because, like I said, I think I went into this with an unrealistic expectation, and I feel like I should be farther along with my weight loss progress than I am right now. And I just need to kind of deal with things mentally and hopefully get my mind back on track or back in a good space, because I don't like focusing so much on the numbers, which is why I didn't want to weigh myself daily when I first started, because, I knew that I would get too hyper-focused on the numbers, and that's what I tend to do when I am dealing with things in a weight loss sense. So anyways, if you guys have had weight loss surgery or are considering it, what do you think? Would you consider me a slow loser, or would you consider this to be right on track? And if you went through weight loss surgery, let me know how much weight you lost by the 11-week post-op mark if you are willing to share your story as well. So anyways, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know and I'd be glad to answer them. If you have any topics you'd like me to discuss on my channel in the future, let me know that as well. I'd be glad to film something for you. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys next time.